Hey guys, what's up? Got another commentary video. Remember to watch the video in 720p or HD for the best quality. For this commentary, this is practically a revision of my final thoughts on Black Ops, seeing how I didn't properly talk about it in my last commentary. As I said, I like Black Ops. It's a good Call of Duty, but it's not the greatest. My favorite Call of Duty is still World at War, and I'm sure everyone else would say that Call of Duty 4 is their favorite, which is understandable. I mean, Call of Duty 4 was the pioneer behind the online multiplayer component of future Call of Duties, so it's no surprise really. In regards to Black Ops, for this video and this commentary, I'll just start with the things they got right, and then I'll go into things they didn't get right in the next commentary. First off, the Killstreaks. They no longer chain, and I don't really like how people refer to Killstreaks as stackable. And by that they mean that your Killstreak reward will build onto your Killstreak so you can get your follow-up Killstreak rewards, such as in Warfare 2, the ever so popular Paramissile to Harrier to Payload or Chopper Gunner or AC-130 sub. When someone asks our bowling if Killstreaks are stackable in Warfare 3, they were obviously talking about if Killstreak rewards build towards the next Killstreak reward like they did before Black Ops. See, it's just confusing to say Killstreak rewards stack, which is why I say chain rather than stack. Killstreak rewards, of course, stack as long as you don't use them, but enough of the technicalities. I do think the Killstreak rewards in Black Ops are lacking in the variety department, because the best subs are either a spy plane or counter spy plane to a Blackbird to a super killstreak like the Chopper Gunner, Gunship, or Attack Dogs. But Treyarch did introduce more team-oriented killstreaks like the Sand Turret and the aforementioned Blackbird. So, if you want to be a team player, you can run those killstreaks instead of any offensive ones. Plus, the other killstreaks such as the RC cars, the Valkyrie rockets, Napalm Strike, and the Mortar Team and Sentry Gun are still pretty good for objective games. Well, maybe not the Valkyrie rockets though, but RC cars and Napalm Strikes are definitely useful for objective games, even if the RC cars are annoying. Warfare 2's killstreak rewards were much stronger, but they also turned that game into a campy one, and the killstreaks pretty much define Warfare 2. As long as you got your prayer missile, you're closely guaranteed to get your next killstreak reward, and it'll pretty much guarantee your team victory. While people may argue that in Black Ops, the lack of chain from killstreak rewards results in more camping, I only find that partially true, since in Black Ops, everyone is generally more mobile. I mean, the strongest killstreaks are from 8 kills onwards, and what exactly is the best killstreak you can run before 8 kills? Well, people, that would be either the spy plane or the counter spy plane. And even if people are camping to get a Blackbird, they still need to earn it regardless of whether they're camping or not, because 8 kills is quite a lot. There isn't anything that will directly help them get a Blackbird, save for a really dumb enemy team. Black Ops in general is less about killstreaks like in Warfare 2 and more about gunplay, and that is a good thing. Second, a few trivial stuff. The combat record and theater mode are great additions to the COD series through Black Ops, and I don't really need to go any further than that because it's self-explanatory. Some of the trivial stuff though, like face paints, custom reticles, and player card emblem and backgrounds, aren't really things I care about though. Third, weakened noob tube delay at the beginning of a match, including China Lake tubes. In general, explosives are support weapons in Black Ops, and not primary, like in Warfare 2. I also like the grenades, and both had their uses, as opposed to Warfare 2, where the Semtex was clearly the superior grenade of choice. You can use frag grenades for their bounciness, but Semtex grenades were just better since they had a better blast radius and killed stuff. Of course, people prefer Semtex in Black Ops since 3 seconds of cooking does slow down the pace a bit, but at least Treyarch did make the frag grenade useless in comparison to Semtex, so that's cool. Plus, having equipment as an entire separate slot, while you still have access to lethal grenades, is pretty cool too. Fourth, the perks up. The removal of stopping power in Juggernaut was a good thing, though this has led to people complaining about Ghost. Ghost is still a legitimate perk, but I honestly can't see any way people can balance Ghost or alter it without destroying its intended purpose. Other than that, there's no real overused or overpowered perk setup like in Modern Warfare 2, and I don't even need to mention the setups there. I hated Juggernaut only for the sole reason that I made it necessary for sniper rifles to have stopping power, otherwise they'll never one-shot kill at all. But otherwise, I honestly had no problem with Juggernaut, even in World at War where MP40 push Juggernaut setups were rage-inducing. I also like how Treyarch integrated some of their useless perks from World at War into a single, useful perk in Black Ops. For example, Tactical Mask Pro is essentially shades and gas mask from World at War combined into a perk 3. I mean, honestly, who would give up stopping power or Juggernaut or sleight of hand or double tap for a perk that counters one specific type of grenade? Even if you ran shades or gas mask with special grenades times 3, in the long run you're not doing yourself any favor by running a perk that's mostly situational rather than universal. This is one of my few complaints of World at War. The fact that on top of the perks from Call of Duty 4, Treyarch merely added useless perks to World at War. Flak Jacket was an excellent perk that unfortunately was limited. It would have been great for the frag grenades from Call of Duty 4, but in World at War, explosives aren't really a large part of the gameplay. Thankfully in Black Ops, Flak Jacket is much more useful. Granted, explosives don't overshadow actual gunplay in Black Ops, but there is room for explosives, especially during objective games, and there are ways to spam them, so it's definitely useful to have a class with Flak Jacket. Fifth, the return of gunplay being the focus of matches instead of explosives and killstreaks indirectly meant that running gun is a viable option again. In Modern Warfare 2, I couldn't really run and gun well, especially with explosive spam, and SMGs were underpowered in the sense that in the range they were supposed to be good at, they were overshadowed by shotguns, machine pistols, commando, and even noob-tubes. Hence, people look towards the UMP-45 because it at least had long-range capabilities, which led to people screaming overpowered just due to its stats. Still, if you did successful running gunning in Modern Warfare 2, I have to give props because you pretty much need to deal with the aforementioned stuff on a daily basis. Sixth and lastly, the post-launch support. Although people have continued to bring up that Infinity Ward had lost more than half of its team members because they went to deal with their lawsuits against Activision and they couldn't release many patches. Apparently, Infinity Ward had enough members to release map packs. All the patches they released mostly deal with technical issues, which are understandable at Modern Warfare 2's release. However, later on in the game's life cycle, when it came to complaints from the community, such as game imbalances, well, you guys ever see that one video from Hutch, where I believe he tweeted Robert Bowling about Modern Warfare 2's problems, such as one-man army on YouTube, and the rampant boosting and free-for-all? I quote Hutch, who had quoted Robert Bowling, who had said, "These issues only affect about 1% of the community." Really now? The post-launch support for Modern Warfare 2 was embarrassing because, as I said, apparently with more than half a team gone from Infinity Ward, they were able to make 2 map packs instead of addressing all the issues of Modern Warfare 2 because, quote-unquote, only 1% of the community has been affected. I will give credit to Infinity Ward for fixing up technical issues with Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like the care package glitch and models, but the post-launch support for Modern Warfare 2 could have been better. I mean, heck, they took 1 year to fix one glitch on one map and a bunch of hacks. Is that post-launch support really tolerable? Treyarch at least released several patches containing both technical fixes and game tweaks within a reasonable time frame, and hacking or modding in Black Ops is practically non-existent. Boosting is still done, but Treyarch wields a ban hammer when necessary. Overall, the post-launch support for Black Ops is satisfactory, and Robert Bowling did say that for Modern Warfare 3, they'll definitely commit to doing extensive post-launch support for Modern Warfare 3. Well, that's kind of a repetition. But, yep, that's the end of this commentary. I hope you enjoy the gameplay. Cheese out.